When Boko Haram seized Rawya Abu Bakr's town, she was in school. Her family fled without her. For 3 weeks, she lived under the group's so-called rule in Mubi before taking a back road to escape.
They were patrolling the streets alley by alley. They told people they were going to put things in order. They went shop to shop, house to house, breaking in and checking people's belongings.
For months, Boko Haram has been pushing to acquire territory in northeastern Nigeria. People initially fled in terror, but in yet another shift in tactics, the group has been seeking to paint an image of actual governance in the more than 24 towns and villages it had seized. A video released by the group purports to show its leader Abu Bakr Shekau leading residents in prayers. People who fled affected areas in northern Adamawa state say there was much talk that he indeed appeared in Mubi, but it's hard to tell myth from reality. What appears certain, however, is the group's attempts to establish a presence.
They were going around looking for girls to marry. They said it was not forced. They would pay a dowry and perform wedding rites in the presence of the girl's father. Then the groom would pick a house of his liking and settle in it.
Musa Adamu escaped after spending a week in Mubi under Boko Haram. He says the fighters were preventing people from fleeing. Those who leave would be forfeiting their property, the group warned.
They asked people to reopen their shops. They reopened shops of those who left and conducted business among themselves. They even operated a petrol station.
He says fighters told people they were only after government workers and soldiers, and that as long as they abide by the group's version of Islam, they would be spared. In its propaganda videos, Boko Haram is shown imposing its strict interpretation of the religion. SKPs also told Al Jazeera the group singles out Christians, either randomly killing them or forcing them to convert. The ability of Boko Haram to hold on to the large territories it has seized is being tested. The group is not believed to have enough resources to provide services over a long period of time. Neither is it particularly popular in the communities it takes over. The government says though the seizure of territory is a concern, the group is unable to actually rule.
We made recoveries beyond publicity. That really, in reality, it's not there. It doesn't exist. They are living in droves. They're going back.
Not going back, though, are the hundreds of thousands of displaced people who still fear for their lives. Boko Haram's intentions have been far from clear. Rawya, Rageh, Al Jazeera, Yola, northeastern Nigeria.